left 2 people seriously injured, who's been charged and what authorities are now saying about the case.
Plus, the search for Nancy Guthrie continues. Why the United Cajun Navy is now heading to Tucson to help. And
12 News is your election headquarters. Today is the last day for early voting. We have the local race breakdowns you need before you head to the polls. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Mark Armstrong. 7 o'clock right now. Let's go ahead and get a first look at your weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber. And first up, Jefferson County is under a burn ban. This is after County Judge Jeff Brannick signed that order yesterday. That means no outdoor burning. The ban's going to remain in effect for 90 days unless it's lifted early. All this is due because of our region continues to see dry conditions and little rain. Let's go and take a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. I can't see anything out there, Jeff. What's it looking like out there? A lot of fog, huh?
Yeah, no rain, but we have plenty of fog out there this morning. You can see visibilities are way down there. 0 in Beaumont and Jasper, about a half a mile in Orange and 3/10 of a mile in Port Arthur. Same conditions over towards Houston, over towards Lake Charles. So fog is all across the region for this morning. Weather impact alert till 8 a.m. as the fog will start to break up by then. And we'll see just low visibilities for the next hour, hour and a half or so. So give yourself a little extra time to get where you're going. If you're just getting ready to head out the door, give yourself a few minutes and just be careful on the roadways out there. Temperatures in the 60s and 50s this morning. Jasper's now dropped to 55 with clear skies up there. 59 in Kirbyville. Now there's some low level fog in Jasper, but the skies are clear. 59 in Kirbyville, 62 Woodville, 63 Silsbee, as well as Beaumont, 64 in Orange, and then 65 in Port Arthur. Our day planner takes us up into the lower 80s for today, so it's going to be a warm afternoon with northeasterly winds between about 3 and 8 miles per hour.
All right, thank you, Jeff. This morning, a second man sits in jail following a Deweyville shooting that left 2 people injured. Russell Fitz was taken into custody, according to Sheriff Colton Havard. Investigators say Fitz, a convicted felon, had a rifle at the time. He was one of the 2 shooting victims. Wednesday, deputies arrested William Sepulvado on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Investigators say a man and a woman fired shots from a truck in front of Sepulvado's home, then returned about 30 minutes later. Authorities say Sepulvado then fired a shotgun at the truck, hitting both victims. The victims remain in critical but stable condition. Sepulvado's bond is set at $100,000. The investigation continues.
Well, a Beaumont man accused of child sex crimes pled guilty shortly before his scheduled trial. Neil Wright originally faced a charge of continuous sexual abuse of a child, but took a plea deal rather than go to trial next week. The investigation began after the child made an outcry and went to the Garth house for evaluation. Jefferson County Judge John Stevens ordered a pre-sentence report. His plea deal caps his sentence at 20 years in prison.
This morning, a motorcyclist remains in serious condition after a crash in Vidor. Vidor Police Chief Rodney Johnson says officers responded around noon to the wreck in the 2000 block of North Main Street, just north of Walmart. Investigators say the motorcyclist lost control. A helicopter flew the rider to the hospital.
Well, this morning, the search continues for Nancy Guthrie. That's the mom of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie. Police, they are preparing to give Nancy's home back to the Guthrie family, believing that it no longer needs to be treated as an active crime scene. Now, all this comes as the United Cajun Navy is now saying that it is formally asking for approval from law enforcement. They're leading the case to assist in finding the 84-year-old. 12 News reporter Spencer Plato, she spoke to the Cajun Navy about the Texas resources that they are willing to deploy with permission.
Near the home of Nancy Guthrie. We're here for one reason and one reason only. That's to help assist finding Miss Guthrie.
The search continues for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, mom of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie in Tucson, Arizona.
This is a lady, this is a mother, this is a grandmother, this is a missing person that needs to be found.
Incident Commander Josh Gill is in Arizona seeking permission from leading agencies to deploy the Cajun Navy.
So we came out, trying to get in front of the sheriff and in front of the FBI, the entities that are the lead agencies in charge, to again give them basically what I told you, an operational proposal.
Gill says the case needs more resources, and the Louisiana-based group with Texas volunteers is prepared to provide them.
Team Texas K9 is one of our biggest partners, and we absolutely love the work that they do. We've been extremely successful with them. But we've also got things like drones, thermal drones, stuff of that sort. And then our specialized teams that can come in that have the ground search and rescue experience.
He says the harsh and hostile desert environment creates challenges.
You've got cactus, you've got rocks, you've got wildlife as well. So that's something that everybody needs to take into consideration.
Pleas from the family continue with a new message from Savannah offering a $1 million reward.
Please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived.
Gill says the search is not about the reward. It's about answers.
The community needs some closure. The community needs some answers. They're tired. They're scared.
And that was Spencer Plato reporting. The Cajun Navy, they have ways for you to report tips and support their mission. You can find that on our website, 12newsnow.com. And you can watch our full interview with Josh Gill. It's streaming now on our 12 News Plus streaming app, which you're watching right now. Download for free and watch on your TV.
After last year's redistricting, Harris County voters are still trying to figure out who's on their ballots. Amanda Henderson with our sister station has the details.
Congressional districts in Texas were redrawn last year, but let's focus on the county with the most people, and that's Harris County. You can see that there were quite the changes, nearly half of residents impacted by this. And when you go online to try and figure out what district you're in, well, the answer isn't always clear.
Sitting at his computer,
Republican or Democrat,
Bill Potscavage is scrolling for information ahead of the upcoming primary elections.
I like to research the people that are running and see if I think they're worthy of the position. I think everybody should do that.
For years, he's researched candidates for Texas's 8th congressional district, but not this time.
When I started to assess candidates, I go, oh, we've never been in 38 before.
When Potscavage received his voter registration card, it shows he's now voting in the state's 38th congressional district. Confusion added on by the fact official websites still list his address as a District 8 location.
Frustrating. Is there a stronger term?
Texans are seeing voting changes because of the redistricting maps the state approved last year. Tanisha Hudspeth is the Harris County clerk.
This has been the #1 question at vote centers, to our office in real time.
Hudspeth says if there's a question about who you can cast your ballot for, your voter registration card is updated, and harrisvotes.com will also have updated sample ballots.
I had to work really fast to make sure that all lines measured up and were in place in time for the March primary. So this is the first election voters will see a difference.
As for why state representative websites could still list your previous district, well, keep in mind your representation, it doesn't officially change until next year.
And back here at home, Hardin County residents must choose who will serve as their next Justice of the Peace. Precinct 3. Precinct 3 is the largest in Hardin County, encompassing a portion of Lumberton, Koontz, Wildwood, and more. 2 candidates are running for the seat. Incumbent Judge Rod Owsley is seeking a second term. He is being challenged by Sonny Overstreet. Challenger Sonny Overstreet says he's running to strengthen the office's connection with the community and offer voters another option.
I believe the Justice of the Peace's office should have the closest relationship with the voters than any other county office. I've been lucky for the majority of my life that was the case, and I hope after this election, I hope we return to that.
Incumbent Judge Rod Owsley is seeking a second term. Pointing to his law enforcement background and time on the bench, he says the position of Justice of the Peace not only requires community outreach, it also demands legal experience.
I'm a master peace officer, so that means that I had to study all of those classes and take the courses required, and 90% of them revolved around the Penal Code and the Code of Criminal Procedure and the Texas Rules of Evidence.
If reelected, Owsley says he wants to expand outreach to local students at Koontz and Lumberton ISD, both within the Precinct 3 lines of Hardin County.
Well, voters in Jefferson County Precinct 4, they're going to be voting on their Democratic nominee for county commissioner in the Precinct 4 race, and that's going to be between the incumbent, Bo Alfred, and Beaumont City Councilman A.J. Turner. Well, Alfred, he's held his seat for 23 and a half years. He's hoping to get reelected, and he is pointing to his experience on previous projects like improved water, sewer, parks, and rural services.
Experience and proven leadership. I've gotten things done. You know, you start talking about a grant, road grants, to make sure we have a mobile unit, mobile medical unit that provides services to the people in the rural area, and it provides in the inner city.
As for Turner, he has served 5 years on the Beaumont City Council. 2.5 of those years have been as mayor pro tem. He says that rural residents in Precinct 4 in Jefferson County, they want better communication and attention to roads and other infrastructure.
Currently in the rural areas, they don't have consistent neighborhood associations or community meetings. One of the main things that those residents are complaining about, they want to be able to talk to the person who represents them consistently. And I think on a monthly basis, similar to the city of Beaumont, we need to have those neighborhood associations and community meetings so residents can feel heard.
Both candidates say that they are ready to lead Precinct 4 in Jefferson County. And here's an update on how early voting has been turning out so far here in Southeast Texas. In Jefferson County, more than 11,000 people have cast ballots early. And over in Orange County, more than 6,000 people have voted early. And you only have till the rest of the day, 7 p.m., to vote early for the Texas March primaries. For an election guide, you can text the word VOTE to 838-1212. Families in Beaumont, they can head on over to the McFadden Ward House this weekend for the 4th annual SOAR Family Day. Still ahead here on 12 News Daybreak. Derek Jones is going to be live with what you can expect. Plus, rodeo food, it just got even better. Brisket, fried Oreos, and gumbo so good that Beyonce calls it world famous. We'll show you where to find it. Your trending news is coming up. Time is now 7:11.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us. To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back. Families in Beaumont, they can enjoy a free day of fun this weekend. The McFadden Ward House Museum, they are hosting its annual their fourth annual SOAR Family Day. It's going to feature butterfly activities, live music, and hands-on arts. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's live out there right now. Derek?
Mark, I'm here at the McFadden Ward House, and the butterflies are soaring, as you can see behind me, against the McFadden Ward House building. And to join me to talk a little bit about the event, I have Miss Parker, who's here with me, who's going to talk to me a little bit about what we can expect this upcoming Sunday.
Yes, this Sunday, March 1st, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., we are hosting our 4th annual SOAR Family Day. It's a free, family-friendly event that is going to be filled with activities for the kids. They're mainly butterfly themed, so we'll have different arts and crafts that the kids can put together. We have a bunch of community partners that will be out here that will also have booths and activities. We'll have butterfly ride-on bikes where the kids can ride with a rider in these bikes that have big butterfly wings. The Houston Museum of Natural Science will be here with their Bugs on Wheels exhibit so the kids can interact with different bugs, spiders, and other little critters. We'll have an area where you can picnic on the grounds and listen to live music by Ward Pearson Steinman, a local band. Some food trucks you can buy food at, butterfly performance artists, and much more. There's so much to do.
So what makes this event different from other events that the McFadden Ward House has put on?
Well, really, this is our largest scale event that we can have, where we open up our beautiful gardens and can welcome so many people to come experience the historic home and just really come together and learn a bit about pollinators. So I guess really it's just the largest event that we have during the year.
Gotcha. And then why are the butterflies so important for people to see?
Well, they're pretty, for one, of course, and they're a good herald for the beginning of the spring months that are almost upon us. And they're also important for the environment, important pollinators. The Texas Master Naturalist Sabine Nature's chapter will be out here, and they'll be giving more information on pollinators and our ecosystem. So you'll be able to both learn and have fun putting together some arts and crafts.
Thank you so much, Ms. Parker. So if you guys are looking for something to do, it's happening this Sunday from 11 to 3 p.m. here at the McFadden Ward House. In Beaumont, Derek Jones, 12 News.
In some areas of southeast Texas, fog's already starting to lift a little bit. Here's a look up towards Jasper, and you can see the clear skies, but a little bit of ground fog down there near the trees. So still need to watch out on the roadways. This camera is brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And you're still showing zero visibility in Jasper, but we just saw in our Skycam. Things are starting to break up a little bit. Zero visibility in Beaumont, half a mile in Port Arthur now, and a half a mile in Orange. Weather impact alert till 8 o'clock. Due to the dense fog out there with low visibilities, you need to be careful out on the roads. Give yourself a little extra time this morning to get where you're going. Temperature-wise, we're at 55 now in Jasper, 59 in Kirbyville. Everywhere else, we're looking at some 60s here across the immediate area. 63 in Beaumont, 65 Port Arthur. Orange is at 64. Now at 60 in Woodville, and then 63 in Silsbee. We have a front pushing through the area this morning. That's created a little bit of that fog, kind of trapping in that moisture before it can get northward. And it's going to continue to push off towards the coast. You can see a line of some rain out ahead of that front. Some pretty heavy stuff over the course through the southeastern U.S., but we didn't really get much rain from this. A few sprinkles, that was about it. Temperatures climbing through the 60s this morning. We'll be in the 70s by late morning, and then we'll go up to about 81, 82 across the triangle here this afternoon. I'm expecting to see temperatures close to 80 degrees up towards the lakes area. We'll drop back into the 60s through the evening, and then overnight behind that front, it gets a little bit cooler. We're expecting lows in the 50s tomorrow morning, so maybe a light jacket if you're out early around sunrise on Saturday. Mostly sunny today, no rain expected with northeastern winds at 3 to 8. We'll see highs anywhere from 80 to about 82, 83, and then for tonight, back down into those middle to lower 50s. Could see a little bit of patchy dense fog again through the overnight going into your Saturday morning along with those cooler temperatures. 80 on Saturday, 79 on Sunday, and we'll kind of bounce back between those two numbers through next week. 81 days, 79 the next. Next few mornings we'll see lows in the 50s, and then next week we're looking at morning lows back into the 60s. So we'll be well above normal. Normal high this time of year at 70, or normal low at 50. So we're going to be well above those numbers all the way through next week. By next weekend, there looks like a chance for rain, but until then, the forecast looks dry.
Hey, Jeff, how's it looking out there? I mean, a lot of fog, obviously, but is that we're gonna see any of that pop up a little bit next week?
We could. It just depends on, once again, if we're going to be seeing some of these fronts come through with some moisture in the atmosphere. Typical time of year that we see the fog with the water temperature out in the Gulf being cooler than coming in. So we'll have to wait and see. But we could see some fog once again tomorrow morning, so we'll be watching for that.
Definitely a morning to be safe out there.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. All right, 7:20 right now. Let's do a little trending news here on 12 News Plus. And would you like a side of AI with your Whopper? Well, Burger King says that it is piloting an AI chatbot named Patty in 500 restaurants.
And she's connected to worker headsets, and the chain says she can help with manners. It says the idea isn't to survey employees or enforce a script. Rather, it's to give managers feedback on hospitality norms. Burger King says Patty also can help manage orders and restocking. Says it wants to take Patty nationwide by the end of this year. I'm still trying to really grasp what Patty is going to do.
Basically, you're a fast food restaurant worker. You're working your butt off and they're making fries and Whoppers for everyone. And if you get a little curt with someone, you got a little robot in your ear to say, hey, calm down and be nice.
Okay, so just to irritate you even more.
I hope it comes with a pay raise. All right, well, this morning, a post made by Tampa International Airport is going viral.
The TPA writings say they would be banning pajamas at the airport. The airport posting this on X saying, quote, we've seen enough, we've had enough. It's time to ban pajamas at Tampa International Airport.
Yeah, the post saying, quote, after successfully banning Crocs and giving everyone the amazing opportunity to experience the world's first free Crocs, free airport, it is time to take an even larger crisis. Pajamas, that's the crisis they're taking on now. It then goes on to say, help Tampa International Airport become the world's first croc-free and pajama-free airport. This has sparked a lot of reaction online, but the airport says that it's all a joke.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, no, I know that, look, back in the day, people used to show up very nicely dressed to the airport or, you know, out to the stores and stuff like that. We've all seen the people in their pajamas out there. But still, if I want to wear Crocs to the airport, I'm going to wear Crocs to the airport.
That's my thing. I won't be wearing pajamas, but don't stop the people who want to.
I'm just trying to
Long
fly
as it's
somewhere.
appropriate.
Yeah. All right. If you're searching for the perfect side to go with your brisket and fried Oreos at the rodeo, how about some world-famous gumbo? At least that's what Beyonce's calling it.
Yeah, Queen Bee's mom, Miss Tina Knowles, is serving up her homemade Creole gumbo all month long.
Hey, you know it's not my first rodeo or my first pot of gumbo. I've been doing this for years and people have been asking for this gumbo. So we are debuting Miss Tina's Gumbo.
All right, in an Instagram post, she told fans to find Mama Tina's Gumbo on the fan inside of the rodeo and grab a cup. Knowles has been talking up that family recipe for more than 20 years, and now Houstonians can finally try it for themselves. I have to make sure I go to the rodeo this year. I missed it last year.
I'm more of a fan of Cajun gumbo versus the Creole gumbo. Darker roux, no tomatoes in it. Creole gumbo tends to have some seafood in it. I'm sure you'd love that.
Yeah, I like seafood gumbo. I don't need okra either.
No okra. Just chicken and andouille sausage, please.
No. And some shrimp, crab, all of that. Come on, Mark, now. All right, we taking a live look at the skies of Port Arthur. Foggy starts. Jeff will be back with another look at your forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple. to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards, every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Dense fog advisory along the coast this morning with a north to southeasterly wind at 5 to 10 knots, seas from 2 to 3 feet. Next high tides this afternoon, 2:26. We see a late one at 10:35. Our sunrise, we're already past that at 6:43. Our sunset tonight is at 6:14. Bus stops, foggy out there this morning. Be careful. Temperatures in the lower to middle 60s, 70s at recess, and then lower 80s on the way home. As we take a look outside right now, we do have some foggy conditions, and those should break up by about 8 o'clock. Warm this afternoon with those temperatures back into the 80s, so we won't need the jacket today, that's for sure.
And coming up here on 12 News Plus, another arrest in Newton County after a shooting that left 2 people seriously injured. Who's been charged and what authorities are now saying about the case.
Plus, Election Day is approaching. Which local races will appear on your ballot?
And the 4th annual SOAR Family Day at the McFadden Ward House in Beaumont is coming up this weekend. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's live out there this morning with a show of what's in store.
And it is 7:27 right now, taking a live look outside. We will have more news and weather in just a few minutes.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
I'm Tia Johnson at 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning.
First up this morning, a motorcyclist remains in serious condition after a crash in Vidor. Vidor Police Chief Rodney Johnson says that officers responded Thursday around noon to the wreck in the 2000 block of North Main Street. That's just north of Walmart. Investigators say that the motorcyclist lost control. A helicopter had to fly the rider to the hospital.
Orange County DPS troopers are investigating a hit-and-run crash. It happened early Thursday morning on the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Troopers say a gray pickup failed to maintain its lane and hit a Honda Accord, triggering a chain reaction crash involving several vehicles. Then the driver and the pickup left. 2 people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact DPS.
And Thursday, Southeast Texas remembered the life of Harji Faye Savoy. She was a civil rights pioneer and community leader. Now, her funeral, it took place at Bob Bauer Civic Center. The 96-year-old died February 19th, surrounded by family at her home in Port Arthur.
All right, let's take a live look outside now from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. Jeff, we're off to a bit of a foggy morning.
Yeah, and visibilities have been down there pretty low all morning long. Now starting to lift a little bit. Half a mile in Orange and Port Arthur. Still showing 0 in Beaumont and 0 up in Jasper. But we just showed you earlier the sky cam from there, and it looked like we had some clearer skies and things starting to clear out a little bit. Weather impact alert because of the fog this morning. Just be careful. About 8:30, most of that should be lifting out of the area. And just visibilities are low this morning, so give yourself extra time out on the roadways. Temperatures right now back to 60 degrees in Kirbyville. Jasper still in the 50s at 54, showing 60 in Woodville, 63 through Silsbee and Beaumont, 65 in Orange and 65 in Port Arthur. We go from the 60s to the upper 70s at lunchtime, and then we'll level out in the lower 80s today for our afternoon highs with just mostly sunny skies and northeasterly winds, generally between about 3 and 8 miles per hour. Looks like the weekend's going to be dry and warm. We're going to show you the weekend forecast and into next week as well in our 7-day coming up in weather.
All right, we got a burn ban to tell you about in Jefferson County. County Judge Jeff Brannick, he signed that order yesterday, and that means no outdoor burning. It's going to remain in effect for 90 days unless they lift it early. Our region, it continues to see dry conditions and little rain that is causing all of this.
This morning, a second man sits in jail following a Deweyville shooting that left 2 people injured. Russell Fitz was taken into custody, according to Sheriff Colton Havard. Investigators say Fitz, a convicted felon, had a rifle at the time. He was one of the 2 shooting victims. Wednesday, deputies arrested William Sepulveda on 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Investigators say Fitz and a woman fired shots from a truck in front of Sepulveda's home, then returned about 30 minutes later. Authorities say Sepulveda then fired a shotgun at the truck, hitting both victims. They were taken to the hospital in critical condition. Sepulveda's bond is set at $100,000. The investigation continues.
A Beaumont man accused of child sex crimes. He pleaded guilty shortly before his scheduled trial. Neil Wright, he originally faced a charge of continuous sexual abuse of a child, but he took that plea deal rather than go to trial next week. The investigation, it began after a child made an outcry and went to the Garth House for evaluation. Jefferson County Judge John Stevens, he ordered a pretrial sentence report. His plea deal it caps his sentence at 20 years in prison. Well, voters in Jefferson County Precinct 4, they are voting on the Democratic nominee for county commissioner.
This race is between the incumbent Bo Alfred and Beaumont City Councilman A.J. Turner. Alfred has held the seat for 23.5 years. He points to experience in previous projects such as improved water, sewer, parks, and rural services.
Experience and proven leadership. I've gotten things done. You know, you start talking about a grant, road grants, to make sure we have a mobile unit, mobile medical unit that provides services to the people in the rural area, and it provides in the inner city.
Turner has served 5 years on Beaumont City Council and 2.5 years as mayor pro tem. He says rural residents want better communication and attention to roads and other infrastructure.
Currently in the rural areas, they don't have consistent neighborhood associations or community meetings. One of the main things that those residents are complaining about, they want to be able to talk to the person who represents them consistently. And I think on a monthly basis, similar to the city of Beaumont, we need to have those neighborhood associations or community meetings so residents can feel heard.
Both candidates say they're ready to lead Precinct 4.
12 News, your election headquarters. It's the last day to early vote, of course, in these Texas primaries. In Hardin County, residents, they must choose who's going to serve as the next Justice of the Peace for Precinct 3. That's the largest precinct in Hardin County. It includes portions of Lumberton, Kuntz, Wildwood, and more. Now, candidates, they are running for that seat. That includes the incumbent, Judge Rod Owsley. He is seeking a second term. Now, he's being challenged by Sonny Overstreet. 12 News reporter Daniela Tabuada-Palau, she spoke to both the candidates who say they are eager to serve, but they are running on very different strengths.
A lot of voters wanted another choice on the ballot during this election cycle.
Hardin County voters are deciding who will serve as the Justice of the Peace for Precinct 3. Incumbent Judge Rod Owsley is defending his place for a second term.
I have a service heart and I enjoy helping people. I'm still involved with keeping the community safe and being involved in the judicial process.
Two candidates battling for one seat. Challenger Sonny Overstreet is focused on gaining a closer relationship with his constituents.
I believe the Justice of the Peace's office should have the closest relationship with the voters than any other county office. I've been lucky for the majority of my life that was the case, and I hope after this election, I hope we return to that.
Overstreet has served as a Kuntz City Council member, a school board trustee, and spent 32 years with the United States Postal Service.
My experience in my serving my community and my employment experience prepared me for this position.
Owsley brings a background in law enforcement, including service as a game warden in Beaumont. He says the role demands legal experience.
The Justice of the Peace job has evolved over the years where everything we deal with is law related.
If reelected, Owsley says he wants to expand outreach to local students.
I would love to get into the government classes and kind of let them know that, you know, what the Justice of the Peace is.
And that was Daniela Tabuada-Palau reporting. We have the full interviews with both those candidates, including more about their goals for their role on 12 News Plus and our YouTube channel.
Here's an update on how early voting is progressing across Southeast Texas, along with the latest turnout numbers. In Jefferson County, more than 11,000 people have cast their ballots early. And in Orange County, more than 6,000 voters have already turned out. You have until 7 p.m. tonight to cast an early vote for the Texas March primaries. Polls will be closed next Monday ahead of Election Day. For a full election guide, text the word VOTE to 409-838-1212. We'll send it straight to your phone.
Residents in Port Arthur, they had a chance to hear concerns about new Power City projects planned near their neighborhoods on Thursday. The Port Arthur Community Action Network, they hosted that meeting at the Lakeside Palomar Community Center to discuss the new industry that is coming to the area, including ammonia and carbon capture facilities. Now, organizers say that these facilities and several other developments, from power plants to petrochemical projects, they are right in the backyards of residents in Port Arthur and Port Acres. Activist John Beer Jr. says that many residents simply don't know what's being proposed.
We're going to have information that is going to be of very good importance to you, and we hope it's going to factor into your decision making currently and in the future, because it's time for you to hear the voices of the citizens, not the voices of industry.
And the group says that it wants more transparency, more oversight, and a stronger voice for residents as city and county leaders consider tax abatements for these future industrial projects.
Still ahead on Daybreak, the McFadden Ward House Museum is hosting its 4th annual SOAR Family Day. The activities that families can enjoy next. And up next, jazz helped shape the sound of modern music, and we'll tell the story of the Black experience, how students and musicians are honoring its powerful legacy.
Fog is starting to break up a little bit. We're going to see a warm afternoon with highs in the 80s. We'll have your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Share your pics and video with 12 News. Just go to the Near Me tab inside the 12 News Now app and click Share with Us.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger.
something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
Families in Beaumont can enjoy a free day of fun this weekend. The McFadden Ward House Museum is hosting its 4th annual SOAR Family Day, featuring butterfly activities, live music, and hands-on art. 12 News reporter Derek Jones is live out there now. Derek, what else do we need to know?
Hey Tia, I'm here at the McFadden Ward House, and what you need to know, it's going to be a family-packed day event with a lot of fun and butterflies. I'm here with Sarah Parker, who's with the Director of Communications and Marketing with McFadden Ward House, and I was going to ask you, could you tell us a little bit about why it's butterfly themed?
Well, butterflies are a good herald of the spring. They're pretty and colorful, so they really make the perfect spring theme event. And we just love putting SOAR on every year right at the start of March. Of course, this year it's Sunday, March the 1st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to have lots of butterfly themed stuff, some butterfly ride-on bikes, butterfly performance artists walking around on stilts, and a bunch of arts and crafts for the kids where they can make caterpillars and different things in the butterfly and nature theme, as well as booths from local community partners. We have a lot of community partners that are going to be out here. The Houston Museum of Natural Science will have their bug cart, and there will be live music from Ward Pearson Steinman, their local band, as well as food trucks, places to picnic, just so much to do for all ages.
Gotcha. What do you look forward to this Sunday?
The thing that I enjoy most is seeing the delight of the children as they experience the beautiful gardens, get to see the historic house, and get to make these different activities. Those smiles mean the world to me.
Gotcha. What makes this event different from other events you guys have hosted here at McFadden Ward House?
Well, like all of our events, it is free and open to the public, but it's really a big community event. We get to partner with so many different groups and welcome hundreds of people onto our grounds.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Ms. Parker. So if you guys are looking for something to do this weekend, you can come to McFadden Ward House on Sunday from 11 to 3 p.m. Live in Beaumont, Derek Jones, 12 News.
And the forecast for Sunday looks good. Temperature's going to be up into the upper 70s and lower 80s, so looking great out there. Outside, we're seeing the fog starting to lift up a little bit. Here's the view from Port Arthur, brought to you by Market Basket, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And definitely can see a little bit farther than we could about an hour ago as that fog starting to lift up and break up a little bit. See half a mile visibility in Port Arthur, now at 1 mile in orange. Still seeing some pretty thick fog around the Beaumont area and up towards Jasper, showing 0 visibility as well. There is a dense fog advisory, and that goes for another few minutes till 8 o'clock for this morning. So our weather impact alert goes until 8 o'clock. And we'll see some low visibilities. Just give yourself some extra time on the roadways and be careful out there for this morning. Temperature-wise, 60s except for Jasper, which is showing 54 right now. Right at 60 in Woodville and Kirbyville, 63 through Beaumont and Silsbee, and then 65 in Port Arthur and Orange to start off on this Friday morning. We have our front that's pushing down into the area, starting to move into the lakes. Eventually it's going to work its way down in towards the Gulf for later on this morning. And that should give us a little bit drier air, a little bit cooler conditions for tonight. You can see out ahead of the front, plenty of rain through parts of the southeastern U.S. We didn't get in on any of the rain. We had a couple of sprinkles yesterday, but that was about it. As we look at our futurecast, showing temperatures quickly warming into the 70s by mid-morning, and we'll continue to climb from there. We'll go into the lower 80s around the triangle for this afternoon with some temperatures near 80 in the lakes, maybe a few places upper 70s, 78, 79. 60s through your evening, and like I said, with a little bit of a northeasterly wind behind the front for later on tonight into tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures dropping back down into the middle to lower 50s. As we check your forecast for today, mostly sunny, northeasterly winds at 3 to 8, and we'll see highs anywhere from about 80 to 82, maybe 83, and then for tonight, we'll see a lot of middle to lower 50s. There could be some patchy dense fog going through the overnight. Don't expect it to be too thick, but there could be some areas where it gets kind of thick as we head towards your Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, we'll see a high of about 80, then Sunday 79, back to 80 on Monday, so we'll kind of bounce between those two numbers over the next 7 days. Notice behind the front, we'll see 50s Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and then after that we return to the 60s for lows. And really no big chance of rain as we go through the next 7 days. It looks pretty quiet on our forecast through at least Thursday. We could use the rain, it's just not out there.
We certainly could use the rain. Now, is the fire risk still going to be low today like we've seen the past couple days because of all this moisture, I guess, that's out there?
Yeah, you have to have no moisture or dry conditions like low humidities, 20-30%, and you have to have winds. And we're not really going to see either one of those today.
Absolutely. At the same time, is it crawfish weather, I suppose? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when is it not crawfish weather?
Ask Tia, she loves the crawfish.
And I'm going to always eat them. It don't matter. Rain, sleet, snow, fall.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
Keep a little etouffee up in the freezer for me.
Etouffee.
Crawfish etouffee. Thank you, Jeff. Well, Hillary Clinton, the former First Lady and Secretary of State, she testified behind closed doors on Thursday about the late convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein.
The former First Lady spoke with reporters afterward and said that she answered every question. Sherelle Hubbard has more.
In a closed-door deposition in New York Thursday, former First Lady and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton faced House lawmakers for 6.5 hours of questions in a deposition tied to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Clinton said she never met Epstein and denied having any knowledge of his criminal activities.
I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices.
Clinton did say she knew Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, casually as an acquaintance. Clinton also criticized GOP committee members for keeping her deposition private.
No Republican member asked any questions about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell to anyone else they have deposed.
Clinton also says she was asked about UFOs and the Pizzagate conspiracy theory.
We are sitting through an incredibly unserious clown show of a deposition.
Committee Chairman James Comer told reporters it had been a productive deposition, but that he was not satisfied with all of Clinton's answers.
The number of times that she said, "I don't know, you'll have to ask my husband," was more than a dozen.
Secretary Clinton told reporters she was confident her husband had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes. Former President Bill Clinton is scheduled to sit for his own deposition Friday. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Students at Black Hawk College in Moline, Iowa are celebrating Black History Month by exploring the rich heritage of jazz music and its influence on modern music. Kayla Page spoke with the professor and students on the huge impact the music has had.
Where words fail, music speaks. Well, there's so much about the Black experience that words just simply cannot express.
Music and the performing arts have not only entertained the masses, they have also served to document history.
It took a long time for jazz to become a respectable and accepted music in a polite society.
From early American music like ragtime and R&B to present-day hip-hop and several genres in between, all of them owe something to jazz.
Without jazz music, pop music, rock music, gospel music, you name it, it just wouldn't be. Jazz has always been there.
Time and time again, Black musicians mirror what's going on in the world through their music and through providing music for others to perform and enjoy.
Learning the background and the history of this music has been wonderful, and I've never personally worked with African American spirituals. I've worked more with African spirituals, so it has been fun.
As someone who is biracial, my mom's Italian and white, and my dad's African American, it's one of those things where it's like, I enjoy embracing the culture.
Culture that stems from artists like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Billie Holiday, and John Coltrane.
And now universities and colleges and musicians are gaining a better understanding of that and trying to give those musicians better representation and really honor what they've done for music as a whole.
And I think if we don't take the time to try to understand and appreciate the social and cultural aspects of music, then we're not really understanding how jazz music evolved and came to be.
When Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have more news and weather in your morning rush hour.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers. To the pipeline technicians and plant operators. To the chemists, custodians, and contractors. And the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a Power City, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Welcome back to Daybreak, 7:54 right now. Time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day.
Well, this morning, a motorcyclist remains in serious condition. This is after that crash in Vidor yesterday. The police chief, Rodney Johnson, says that officers responded around noon in the 2000 block just north of Walmart there on Main Street. Investigators say the motorcyclist lost control. He had to be airlifted to a hospital.
Orange County DPS troopers are investigating a hit-and-run crash. It happened early Thursday morning on the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Troopers say a gray pickup failed to maintain its lane and hit a Honda Accord, triggering a chain reaction crash involving several vehicles. Then the driver and the pickup left. 2 people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact DPS.
And yesterday, Southeast Texas, they remembered the life of Harji Faye Savoy. She was a civil rights pioneer and community leader. Her funeral took place at the Bob Bauer Civic Center there in Port Arthur. The 96-year-old, she died back on February 19th. She was surrounded by family at her home in Port Arthur.
Most of the fog starting to lift, but there's a little bit out there, so be careful on the roads. Temperatures into the lower 80s for this afternoon. And then as we get into your weekend, slightly cooler. We'll see temperatures around 80. Morning lows will be in the 50s. And then next week will stay pretty much kind of the same. Temperatures right around 80 degrees. Morning lows in the 60s.
Reasons to Smile. Sponsored by Reisinger and Valls Orthodontic Specialists.
Reason to smile. Bingman Head Start in Beaumont, they rolled out the red carpet, I should say, last Friday. The school, they hosted their annual father-daughter dance. And dads and daughters, they dressed up to impress, hitting the dance floor and soaking in all night, soaking in a night all about connection. And the fun's not over yet. Tonight is the mother-son dance from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Great opportunity for, those students to bond with their parents. I like to see dances like that.
It's beautiful. Great pictures.
You always hear daddy-daughter dance, but you never hear mother-son. So
no.
That's a good idea.
That was really nice. Everyone feels included that way.
Yeah.
So. All right. Thanks so much for watching us here on 12 News Plus.
We'll be back at 11 a.m.
Have a great day.